Hello everyone, welcome to William in the Magic Box. Today on our show, you're going to have Diago. Diago is from Wales in the UK. So let's see what Diago has to say. Enjoy the interview. So hello Diago, how are you?
I'm great, thank you. How are you?
Very well. Thanks so much for taking the time this evening for the interview. Thank you.
Yes.
So tell me, how was your day today?
It's been chill today. I was supposed to have a meeting for a new job that I got coming up, and they were busy in the office. So they were like, "Oh, we'll do it tomorrow." So rather than just doing nothing, we just went out and bought loads of plants and put them in the garden. So we've just been sorting out the garden today.
And with
That was
this
very
beautiful,
boring, actually.
but I believe this beautiful weather, it's a good day to be in the
Yes.
garden for sure.
It's been like, I think every Welsh person says this. It's like too warm for me sometimes. I like it when it gets to like 6 o'clock and it starts like cooling down a little bit. But I think it's just like the humidity a bit here.
Tell me where you're from, Diago.
Yes. So I'm from Wales, in a little valley called Rhondda and Taff.
How far are you from Cardiff?
About 35 minutes. We were living in Cardiff at one point. So yeah, we moved up here about, God, it's gotta be like it's nearly 2 years ago now. So it was like I born and bred here originally, but moved to Cardiff with my partner, and then we had to come back because just housing and everything was crazy. We just couldn't afford it, and yeah, it was a big adjustment to go back from the city back to this small little town, which is cute. Love it. We got a gorgeous little house here, but it was an adjustment to say the least.
So tell me something interesting about your town, something that stands out compared with other places in Wales.
Mountains. That's the only thing we really have.
Wow.
Mountains, and there's like just pubs everywhere. That's all it is. But the scenery is beautiful. It is gorgeous here. Like in our garden, we have so we got our garden and then we got a stream behind it, and then we got no neighbors behind us. It's just mountains, like acres and acres of mountains. So it is really cute, but it is quiet, which is nice. It has its perks.
Amazing. And what do you do for work, for living, Diago?
So I was a lifeguard and I've just finished that because I'm going to be going into full-time support working.
Wow. And why the change of career?
Um, I went through loads of stuff in my past, and I just think that because I made it out the other end, that I think it would be like a wasted opportunity not to utilize that and use it to help other people that might be going through the same things.
I see. Amazing.
I just
Yeah, I
wanted
think,
something as well that was also like rewarding. You know what I mean? Like there's nothing worse going to a factory job or something and hating your job and everything, and then coming home and then realizing you got to do the same thing over and over again, day in, day out. I needed something different and yeah, just rewarding.
yeah, I think it's great for us to explore different areas and try to find our path. I think it's amazing to do that. Amazing. All right, so during the interview, I'm going to explore a bit more about your life and also about your journey so far, okay?
Okay.
But, but before we start our journey within the Magic Box, would you like you to tell me something interesting about yourself or maybe something that not many people know about you?
I mean, I'm an open book. I'm pretty open book, I am. So something interesting about myself. I had like this little glimpse of my past that I did a little bit of modeling, I guess. I guess that's interesting, I
Of
guess.
course,
So yeah,
absolutely.
it was fun. It was just a very hard industry to try and get continuous paid work, and it just kind of flopped then it did. So
Oh,
I guess
amazing.
that's something interesting.
For sure, for sure. Diago, are you ready to go on a beautiful journey through your memories in life and share your point of views?
Oh God, I feel like I need to get like a therapist to sit down with me now. Yes, I'm 100% ready.
Amazing. Welcome to William in the Magic Box. So I have here my best friend. Full of wonderful questions. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to play a song just for us to relax before the first question. Okay?
Okay.
Let's do it. Right, so before we start the game, during the join, if it comes up a question that you don't want to talk about, you don't want to answer, always can change, okay?
Okay.
Amazing. Right. First question is, what's the biggest difference between you and your best friends?
I wouldn't say everyone has differences, right? Yeah, like that's just how it is. But I feel like me and my friends were very similar. So I don't want to say that I'm like an empath because I don't want my friends to feel like they ain't an empath. But I would say that's my biggest quality. So I don't want to say it's a difference, but I would say that I have it stronger. I feel awful saying that, but yeah.
I see. And tell me, how did your path cross with your best friends?
What was that?
How did your path cross with your best friends? How did you
Oh,
somehow meet up?
oh God, I've met some of my best friends through very different ways of life. So going back in my heyday, I met a couple of my really good friends in festivals. Met some people through my partner,
Uh-huh.
and yeah, just through life in general. I don't have any friends from like school though. Like I
Right,
still speak to people from school and stuff, but like hang around like good friends. I don't have anyone like that from school. So
right.
most of my friends now are just from where I've lived in different places and just traveling around the UK and the world, I guess.
And as I can see your eyes shine talking about your partner, so tell me, how did your path cross with him?
That's an interesting story, right? Are you ready for this one? So my birth name was Jack, and I changed it to Diago. We spoke about that earlier, didn't we? So the reason why that happened was I had an ex that lived in Manchester, and I was like kind of living up there for a little bit and all this. And he ended up taking out fraud in my name, a lot of money, like 12 and a half grand credit card debts and everything. But when I met my partner, so we were speaking on Facebook and everything, never met on like a dating app or anything, but we were speaking for a little while and I found out, long story short, I found out that my ex had done the same thing to him. So I thought that my ex and my partner now had kind of set me up and they wanted to like try. That's what I thought anyway. I genuinely, it sounds crazy when I say it now, but then I was like, right, if we don't meet in like a week or whatever, then we're not gonna meet, and that's just what happens in the gay world anyway.
Right.
Yeah, we met, and I 100% found out that he wasn't that person. And yeah, I was only supposed to be there for a few hours, and I don't think I come home for like a week at that point. It was like 3 days to a week, yeah. And
Oh
I've
my
been kind of like
God.
tied to the hip since.
Oh wow. And your partner, he's from Wales as well?
He is Wolverhampton originally. Yeah, so he
Amazing.
moved into Wales when he was around about 16.
And so far, what has been the most meaningful lesson you've learned from him?
Patience.
Mm-hmm.
He told me patience. I had patience anyway, but and he's just brought out a different side of me. He's like, I've never been like a nasty person or anything, but when you like meet someone that makes everything fit and it makes you
Mm-hmm.
the best version of yourself, that's what we both kind of do for each other. But he definitely did that for me.
Wow. Okay, so your partner is watching this interview right now and you have a moment, an opportunity to send him a message. What would you say?
I love you. It sounds
Sweet.
so corny. It
No?
sounds so corny. But no, like just thank you for being there, for like just getting me as well, because it's like real match is real. And we just see each other.
Amazing. Great. Next question. Let's do it.
Okay.
All right. Next question for you is, what's the most meaningful gift have you ever received?
I would have to say the memories of my best friend, Saskia.
Wow. And why you say that?
She passed away about 4 years ago now.
Wow.
And there's like, I was gonna say that she left, okay, this like lipstick in my bag when we like were hanging out one time. And I just could never throw it out. And I still have it to this day. And I don't know why. I had a lipstick and a pink pack of Hubba Bubbas. It's so random. But
Wow.
yeah, that would probably be the most sentimental thing. But it wasn't a gift. But like her presence in my life in general was just a gift. So I would say her 100%.
That's beautiful. Beautiful, Diago. And tell me, when you think about her, what's the best memory that comes to your mind?
I don't know if I can speak on that one. So, oh God. We used to have some real fun. Like we met each other as we were both getting sober and stuff. So we were still a little bit chaotic, but the right type of chaotic. And we bounced very well off each other. But there was this one time where we went camping in Bridgend and we didn't know that we were camping on a private field. Farmer come over and started like kicking off, shouting at us and everything. And obviously at this point we'd all been drinking, so we couldn't drive the car. So they
Oh my
put the police on us, and the police kind of like separated us. And all I could remember in my head was Saskia be like, "Where's the ark?" That's all I can remember. So that would probably be the best memory with Saskia.
Oh, that's sweet. That's sweet. I
That's
think
keeping it very PG right there.
it's scary, but fun at the same time.
Yes.
Next question. Diago, of course, before the next question, of course, is visible those beautiful tattoos around your body. When I was watching, your videos on TikTok, I was like, my God, it's an art around your body. So my question for you is, tell me, when did you start this fascination about tattoos? Tell me when the very first one you ever had. Walk me through a little bit more about your journey since you started your tattoos.
Okay. So I started getting tattooed when I was about on my 16th birthday. It was the one and only tattoo that my parents ever paid for me. They were like, "Oh, we've done it for all of your brothers and stuff." They made the new law that you had to be 18 at that point. But we had a friend and my mother signed the thing for me and everything. And so yeah, I went in for my first one 16, which was this massive one here. And I just never stopped. I loved drawing, anything expressing myself in any sort of way like that. I always loved. And yeah, then I just got kind of hooked on tattoos. So, yeah.
Wow. I can see like
I
a
would
face.
never do the neck though, but I did.
I can see this face here. Who is that?
This is Little Wayne.
Oh, wow.
And then I have Snoop Dogg right here.
That's amazing.
Tupac right there.
Wow, that's amazing. Which one is the latest one?
My latest one, oh God, which one was it? It must be my leg. It's gotta be this one right here. All of them. I hate getting my legs tattooed. And I found a guy in Western Superman, and he does like this really sick like calligraphy style called Dirty Birdie on Instagram. Check his work out, he's great. And his name is Brett in real life though. But yeah, he's really, really good. And he did my whole leg in 4.5 hours. He's fast. And that's why I went to him, because I don't like getting my legs tattooed. They just hurt. Like the rest of my body,
Wow.
I'm fine, but my stomach and my legs, hands down, was the worst.
Wow. And are you planning for a next one soon?
Yes. It's going to be when we come back from holidays, because I'm going to have to go bald for it. And I'm not ready for that yet. I've got both sides of my head and the back of my head done. I just want to do the top now. And I'm thinking of extending it, not too much, but a little bit into the hairline. And yeah, just doing something a little bit different and crazy.
And which one is the most meaningful one?
Saskia.
Oh, that's sweet.
The most meaningful one.
Wow, beautiful. Okay, next question is, what is one food you could eat for the rest of your life?
Sushi.
That was a very quick answer.
Yeah, I don't have to think about that one. I went vegetarian for like 10 months, and the first thing when I was like, because I just kind of was like, again to the point where I weren't feeling myself or whatever, the first thing I like went all out on was sushi. I could live off that, hands down. Love it.
Do you like cooking, Diago?
Yes, we do actually, both of us. My partner makes a mean curry, where I'm more of like, I like to bake things as well. So I can make like cakes and stuff. Nothing fancy. I can just bake it, and make it taste somewhat presentable, But I stopped doing that because Onyx isn't like a massive, massive grubber. So I'd make like this massive cake. He'd have a slice of it, and then I'd have to eat the whole rest of the thing. So for my own benefit, I stopped doing it because I was getting fat.
Is there something that you can't eat at all, you don't like to eat?
Beef.
Really? Oh, wow. So why is you always being like that? You never liked being.
No, it's not the fact that I don't like it. Like I can eat it. It's just all I picture in my head is a baby cow, and I just can't. I just can't.
Interesting. Diago, when you think about yourself, when you analyze yourself, what's the biggest joy of being you? What do you like the most about being Diago?
Probably the struggles that I went through because it made me a lot more compassionate.
Okay.
I just think it made me a bit more of a real person. So like growing up, I just didn't have it easy. I don't think anyone has it easy being gay in a small town or a little valley or whatever, you know? So I had to fight my way and earn my respect in my community here. And I think having the troubles that I went through made me way more of a compassionate person. And I think I dwelled on all the stuff that happened to me for such a long time now that I will just take that and use it as a power rather than instead. So I guess that would be it.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think, when we are going through those times, it's difficult, it's hard because sometimes we even don't know how to handle because you're young and you don't have experience. But when you look back now, you go like, you know what? Now I understand why I went through that. It's not easy at the time, but somehow you just feel like I need to go through that. It's my life is great right now because of that as well. So everything.
Exactly. And that's what it is. The universe makes us gives us lessons to learn in life.
Totally.
Roads to go down. And if we take the wrong road, we'll always end up getting back to the road we're supposed to be on.
Totally.
But if we make them mistakes, then there's lessons to be learned in us. So yeah, that's exactly what I mean by that as well.
Next question. Let's do it. Okay, next question is, who is a celebrity you admire and why?
Oh, I don't want to say the wrong one now, but I love Halsey. I just like her music. I don't like her new album, though. I'll be completely real with that. I just loved all of her other albums. The new one, there's one or two on it, but the rest of them, every single one. So her and Selena Gomez, 100%.
Okay, so one day you're gonna wake up in the morning with 2 missed calls on your phone, one from the first one you just mentioned and one from Selena Gomez. Which one you call back straight away and which one you send a message?
Selena Gomez. I was like, there's no even ifs or buts about that. She's like the OG queen. I love her.
And what's your favorite song of Selena Gomez?
She did like this really sexy one. I can't remember what it was called. I want to say like Get It or something like that. But I can't think of it off the top of my head. It's not even her music as such that I love as well, but I just love her. Like I grew up watching her on TV, like Wizards of Waverly Place. I don't know if you even know what that is, but I used to watch that show all the time. And then just growing up now and like seeing some of the other movies that she does and her new album now that she's made and she like slates Justin Bieber in it. I'm not really like the biggest fan of her with music. It's just her being a celebrity that I like. But
Wow.
there is one song, I just can't think of it off the top of my head. And I do like the song Wolves as well. She did another one called Wolves, but there's a specific one that I just can't think of.
And why Selena Gomez? Why do you have this connection with her? What's something about her that you always been like inspired by or attached to?
She was very open about her mental health. And she obviously she was in the public eye and she like dated one of the biggest celebrities in the world, Justin Bieber. And like the media come for that girl. And then she was very open with the fact that she had like bipolar and she struggles with mental health and she was going through all of these problems and stuff with her health in general as well. And I don't know, I just think that's real. I think that's a real thing to do. Like you wouldn't see, I hate to say it because I love them, but you wouldn't see the Kardashians talking about anything like that. They would sweep that under the rug. And I just like that about her.
Amazing. 3 questions left. Let's do it. Okay, Diago, next question is, good question. If you're not yourself, would you like to be yourself?
If I'm not myself, would I like to be myself?
If you wouldn't be yourself, yeah, if knowing the person you are, if you're not yourself, would you like to be yourself?
I guess so, yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I just think I have quite a good. I guess that's quite vain to say, though, innit? Everyone's always going to be like, I have good qualities about myself and stuff. But yeah, I just think that compared to a lot of other people my own age and like in the area that I'm in, I don't know. I think that everyone seems to kind of get along with me without shooting myself in the own foot for saying
Yeah.
that. But I think that I have good qualities to bring to the table.
And what's the meaning of life for you?
Living, living in the moment.
Tell me a life lesson that life has taught you that you feel very grateful for.
Sobriety. I think that one's quite important because all my
Wow.
teenage years and just my younger life, I guess, I was just completely a wreck. And yeah, I had to experience that dark time to get to where I am now. And that brings us back to what we were talking about earlier, like life lessons and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think sobriety would be it for me, 100%.
Wow. And when was the moment that you realized, okay, I need to change my journey? I'm too trapped in something. Did something happen, or just genuinely felt like, okay, let me wake up now. Let me just, start something new. If you can share, of course, if you can share.
Yeah, no, I don't have a problem sharing anything like this. I talk about this on my YouTube channel as well. But with with me, it was fun and games, and I had a great time. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, it was all
Mhm.
bad, but a lot of it was bad. But it was when my health started deteriorating from it. So I had to have major surgery on my bladder. And
Wow.
yeah, that was all just due to that. I started having just health problems in general. And I knew that that was the reason for it. The doctors were telling me that was the reason for it as well. So I
Wow.
knew roughly at the age, I think I was 20 or 21. It's when I made that choice. And then I didn't get sober till I was 24. So it took a
Mhm.
while. It did take a while, but my only regret is not trying to do it a little bit sooner. That would be the only regret. But I don't regret it. That's the thing. Like I got to where I need to be, and I obviously had to go through that to get to where I am now. And that's what's made me the person who I am. So I don't want to live in regret, but there is a little part of me that's like, if I should have done it a little bit sooner, but it's fine.
Yeah, thanks for sharing, Diago. I think it's amazing too for you to be able to do that, because it's about of healing and also about helping others as well. You never know who's watching
Exactly.
the review right now and they go like, "Oh my God!" Since someone talks so open about it, someone healthy, happy, nicely. I think it's is inspiring for sure. Amazing.
Thank you.
2 questions left. Let's do this. Okay, before the next question, as you mentioned about your YouTube channel, so tell me a little bit about it.
My YouTube channel.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. So, I'm still working on it. That's why I kind of agreed to do this because obviously you're like new as well, and I'm just
yeah,
like, we should all be helping each other out when it comes to this. We're all trying to get on some similar platform or whatever, and I think it's just always handy to help people. But what I do on my YouTube channel is I just talk about my mental health struggles, my recovery journey, body dysmorphia, just like a mixture of everything in the niche of mental health and recovery.
wow. Saying that, of course, having beautiful tattoos as you have, can go in both directions. I think people like me, I love people with tattoo. I think it's such an art when I see people express themselves through tattoos. I think it fits because you can see that there is a meaning behind every tattoo. However, some people they can see in a different way. My
And
question for you is, tell me, let's both from both ways. Tell me a moment in your life that happened to you that you had a moment that someone appreciates so much your tattoo that they pointed out or something like that. And the other side, tell me a moment where you've been approached in a negative way or someone maybe made a nasty comment. If you could share.
so, ironically, this literally happened to us yesterday when we were like in Asda, and this has never happened. People have always come up and they compliment my tattoos. But
Yeah.
I never really get many bad comments, if any, to be honest, but a lot of people always compliment them. But this girl like walked past me the other day and she was like wearing sunglasses. And I don't know if it was because I was wearing sunglasses and my hat and whatever as well, but she like took her sunglasses off. She was like, she was like, oh my God, your tattoos are everything. And I was just like, no one's ever done that. Like, not like take their glasses down, like look at me and like gasp. I was like, okay, I
Beautiful.
kind of feel like some sort of celebrity walking out of Asda right now, which felt great. I mean,
That's amazing.
but yeah, that literally happened yesterday as well.
Wow, great. Next question is, what scares you the most about your future?
Nothing.
Wow, I like that. Wow.
Nothing. I'm just here for the ride at this point now. I've gone through a lot of this, so like I'm ready to handle whatever comes my way. But yeah,
Do-
I also live in that type of thing that everything's gonna be fine, you know, like so like the universe will take its course, everything will work out. And I just think that's a really good mindset to be in. It's kind of like you're giving yourself positive affirmations about life. That's the way I look at it.
What's your star sign or astrology?
I'm Aquarius, so I'm like the little emotional one I am.
Amazing. Last question, ready? Let's do it. Last question. But before the last question, you mentioned before about being a gay boy growing up in a small town, and you said it wasn't easy at the time. But my question for you is, did you have the support of your family at the time, or parents, or anyone around you, or for you was really hard to go through on your own?
No, I didn't have support from anyone. Not because they didn't give me support, it was because I come out at late age, so I come out at 20 to my parents, I come out at 19 to my friends. But yeah, my whole childhood, because I knew from like very early on, I want to say like 7, 8 years old, I knew. But yeah, I didn't express to my family because I thought my dad would feel a certain way about it. I thought my mother would be disappointed. You know, you have all these things running through your head and you build up these false narratives and fake scenarios of what's going to happen. And it couldn't have been further from the truth. When I did come out, everyone was very supportive. But as I was
Wow.
actually going through it, being younger and stuff, no, I didn't. And that's probably where I messed up a lot in life. And that's why I'm so vocal about everything that I feel now, because I suppressed it for such a long time. I really messed myself up for a long time doing it.
I see. All right. Last question is, what does happiness mean to you?
Happiness. I guess just peace. That's what happiness is to me. Everyone getting along. Hopefully one day in this world, everyone will get along, you know, but
Yeah.
maybe that's going to be a long time coming. But yeah, I would say peace is what true happiness means to me.
Do you believe that happiness is a choice?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because I chose to be very unhappy for a long time, you know, and it's the way that I can remember like a therapist telling me this once before. She was like, if you tell your brain you're sick, you're gonna be sick because you're telling yourself, and your brain will trick itself and rewire into thinking that. So if you tell yourself you're happy, your brain will do that as well. So yeah, happiness is definitely something that you can choose.
And you feel like you are the happiest right now in your life?
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, the happiest I've been forever. Yeah, like I can't remember, and it's yeah, my partner has a lot of play in it as well, 100%. But just the way that life is moving for us right now is just really beautiful, and we have 3 beautiful animals. You know, like just everything is just nice, and I'm just here for the ride, and I just want a nice, quiet, peaceful, chaotic also, because I do like a little bit of chaos. That's the
Of
equation.
course.
Yeah.
I love your honesty. I like my chaotic as well. It's in you. You need it. You know, it's great. Right, it's not the end yet. Let's play now the word association game. I'm going to give away some words. Just tell one word that comes to your mind. Quick thinking. Okay. Let's start with money.
Fame.
Family.
Life.
Fear.
Trust.
Love.
Hate.
Life.
Joy.
sex,
Beauty.
religion,
Concept.
friendship,
Love.
desire,
Lust.
politics,
Game.
regret,
Trust.
okay, success,
Valued.
wish,
Star.
happiness.
Sadness.
One word for Wales.
Beautiful.
And if you could define all your videos on TikTok, your TikTok page in one word, what that would be?
Random.
I like that. Let's pretend now we're going to meet your partner for a coffee, and I'm going to ask your partner. Define Diago in one positive and one negative word only. What your partner would say?
Positive, he would say that I'm caring. Negative, he would say I'm chaotic, short-tempered sometimes. I have very short fuse, and I tend to like. He always laughs. He does when we're driving in the car because I'll go from like 0 to 100 with road rage so quick, and he's like the polar opposite of that. That's why we work so well. Like he's like the chilled one, but I'm more of the chaotic one. We're both quite chilled, and he brings me down, and I'll bring him up when he needs a.
Beautiful. Let's play now, Diago and the magic box, and you can ask me a question. Okay, but before you ask me the question, what's your favorite Welsh word?
Probably Rydywyn Hoffi coffee, just because that's all I know. I don't know anything else. But like a person that's learned Welsh all of his life, I don't know many.
Amazing. Okay, you can ask me a question now, Diago.
What made you start this YouTube journey?
Amazing. You know, Diago, when I was talking to you, about a little bit, hearing a little bit about your story, the things that you went through. And, before the COVID, I was already thinking about doing something in YouTube where I could express myself, I could connect with people, let people express themselves. But as you know, there's so many people there, very creative and doing beautiful things on YouTube. But I just want to do something different, something that I could be my true self, but I didn't know what. I think you'll remember 2020 when the world went upside down and you could leave the house once a day for exercise, like in the park and everything. So I was going for a run in the park every afternoon. And one of those runs, this idea came along and I was like, oh my God, that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to research some questions. I'm going to create some questions. And I'm literally going to invite random people around the globe. Literally, that was the idea how everything started, and it's been amazing to be able to listen to so many people around the globe, people different backgrounds, beliefs, point of views. It's amazing to be here. Saying that, before I start doing the show, when I look back as a teenager back in Brazil, or even as an adult, when I went on holidays with friends, there was always a moment, and I was like, "Who was your favorite teacher? Tell me something meaningful about your childhood." So I was already doing that, and it's so funny because, before I started doing the show, I wanted to find something interesting or something different, but sometimes it's already here and you don't know. And I'm so grateful for the COVID, of course. Besides the sadness that brought, I'm so grateful because there was the only moment that I could stop because I'm very active, yeah, and you know during the COVID, I find myself in a very dark place as well. You have no idea because I didn't know what was happening. Not just me, but a lot of people as well. Anxious, mental health, and I was very, for me, it was very hard. But at the same time as well, I'm very grateful because somehow it slowed me down, and I took the time to try to talk to myself a little bit more than ever. And that's when this idea came along. So sometimes you just need to talk to yourself or go through difficult times for you to find something special about you. You know what I mean? So yeah, back to your question, Diago. Literally was not running the park, and I remember the moments. I remember the place because it was so powerful. And I was running. Suddenly, this idea came. I was like, wait a minute. And I stopped. I looked it up. I was like, my God, that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. So yeah, that's literally how we started the show, through a run in the park during the COVID.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Amazing.
That's
Yeah.
really good though. It's like it's good that you've found a positive and a negative that we went through,
Totally.
like all of us globally, innit? But
Absolutely.
it didn't really change that much for me because I've been like kind of like isolated anyway. But it was like very don't know what's happening or whatever. But I'm glad that that happened for you because I
Totally.
like this idea of what you're doing. It's different. Nobody's
Yeah.
doing it, and I like that. So that's why I'm
Thank you.
like, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna jump on board and try and help this geezer out.
Oh, thank you so much. And I totally agree with you. I think I remember when the lockdown started, Diago, I had my friends who know me, they were literally test me, calling me every day because they knew how active I was. I was going to the gym, cinema. I was literally come back home just to sleep. And they were like, William, are you gonna be fine? You're gonna be okay? I was like, oh yes, I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine. But actually I wasn't. When I kind of, when I realized that I was locked, I was like, no, 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 I'm not well. And that's where I start to work on myself and try to understand things. And that's when the beauty starts. So yeah, amazing. Did you enjoy the interview?
Yes, it was really good actually. I was like kind of like a little nervous because I was like we just had Chinese as well, and I was like, oh God, I was like I'm not ready for this now. But then when he was like message, he was like, yeah, we can still do it. I was like, okay, I'm
Oh,
gonna do this actually. So yeah, but it was really good. I really enjoyed it.
thanks again, Diago. And I'm going to tell you something now. I'm so, so happy you accepted my invitation because talking to you, you're very open, very brave as well. It's not easy to talk about things, sometimes in life, and see someone talking so open about it. It's amazing. It's great. So thanks again for being so open.
Yes,
Before you go, if you can share a positive message or anything that you live by.
the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams.
Wow, amazing. Wow, great. So thanks again, Diago. Regards to your partner, to your friends, and keep in touch. It was a pleasure having you on the show. Have a good night, okay? Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you. Bye.
Take care. Bye-bye. Take care. So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first, subscribe to our channel, and after that, just go to our website, www.williamandthemagicbox.com, and send us a request saying why do you like to be part of the show. And I see you there. Bye bye. See you next time.